All right, let me try this again. Welcome to my Grail Diary Reproduction presentation. I will have these posted to eBay for sale, but this video is just a representation of what you will be getting when you purchase. Each diary on eBay will have its own photo shoot to show what is in each one of them. Now, standard packaging for the Grail diary. Yes, everything, as with most Grail makers, is hand done by myself. Full disclosure, not stamped. This is printed onto the Grail diary cover packaging. The stamps and the label is glued to the packaging, so that is as authentic as I could get because I could not make my own stamp. But overall, anybody that sees this, they actually do not realize that was done with a printer. It looks that good, I can say that much. Now, your standard authentic package tying has the crisscross. I need to speed this up because my last one killed out on me because of the time. I did not want to run this for an exceptionally long time. So, easy to remove if done correctly. Packaging opens up, and there is the diary inside the packaging. Let's move the string and packaging aside. See, it comes with the standard proper size strap. This is a more of one of my Canon versions because the inside is the gray marbling color that I have found on the internet to be supposedly the correct interfacing attachment pages. Yes, this is real leather. I've aged it as best I can do. A lot of people like it. They were impressed with it. Each diary comes with all the official inserts I could find and recreate. I try to do a nice job as possible on the inserts. The diary itself is made up of between 18 and 19 signatures. I throw some extra pages in the back. There are lots of the blank pages after signature 14. So you've got like three or four extra signatures that are blank that you may do with as you please. Each signature is sewn, but not hand sewn. They are sewn with a machine over a long stitch. It gives a nice tight stitching to the signatures. Haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. Then these signatures are bound with a nice glue that remains flexible after drying. And then on top of that, an extra piece of cloth material is added to that binding to reinforce it considerably. Hard to tell in video. Some of the extra touches I add to the binding to give it a more authentic book feel. Now let me open these up so you can see some of the pages inside. All inserts, I have tried to maintain them within a 2 or 3 millimeter of their actual size. Yes, I have to hand cut these either with scissors or with a guillotine slicer, which is what I've done with all my signatures to do that. Arabic letter, But let me show you some of these pages. This is the Wolfram map that comes inside. I tried to do not a super heavy aging of the paper. Tried to keep it, I don't know, not subdued, but not overly done, so that the pages turn out, nice. This is the correct page illustration for this. It took me a while to figure that out, but I finally got it in there. This is a more canon, way more canon version. It's a nice pull-out map. As I say, a lot of the signatures, I've tried to keep them in their proper size. There are a lot of the repeat pages, as this is a hero prop from the movie, which is what they did, repeated a lot of pages. Looking for page order, there are sites that do deliver page order. If you wish to have one of these without the signature in it, you need to let me know, and I can do a custom version without this signature autograph page on there of that guy. Like I said, all of these signature pieces, I tried to do them as well as I possibly could, because if I purchase one, that's what I would want. To you who just see these diaries as expensive, make one for yourself, and you will find out they are not as easy to make as you think they are, and it is time consuming. It took me a while to get to this particular level because, well, I'm not a super professional and I am slow, but I do learn. And this one is very nice. I like this one. I have taken these to different people, and a lot of them actually were surprised to learn that I made these on my own. This is a fan-based 2-page spread, according to at least what I've discovered, but I liked the spread itself. I thought it looked good in the diary, so it is added. This is the proper placement for this particular piece. What is going on over there? I think I got a fan doing weird things. Don't know how much more I can add other than the fact that I've added an extra pull-out map. Make sure I try to get that in there. Might be cutting off the bottom of the diary a little bit there. I'll find out in the video, whatever. The only page order other than the one that I downloaded myself comes from an iPad of a diary, an original Grail diary that was on display at a Comic-Con, and even then the people that were doing the displaying of the pages on an iPad, you get to see some of the pages, yes, but they are not really forthcoming on whether or not the pages you were looking at are the order in which they are being shown on the iPad. So, once again, I don't know how accurate a lot of the sources are for page order, but I can only go by what I have found out. Some of the fan-made inserts for these are actually really nice. Reproducing them has been a little bit of a challenge and fun to do. If you get a good Grail diary page, or a good Grail diary build pardon me for tongue tying there. It should only come with one set of these pages. Just my personal opinion. This is the actual correct build, not this one. I've got to replace this one. This is wrong. This is a fan-made university transfer thing, but this is the correct ticket on this side, folded. See, I will replace that one out of this one to make sure it has the correct one. Thought I had fixed all of these, but apparently not. Lots and lots of nice pages. This is a page that I rebuilt after I found out the proper wording for it and the whole layout. I went in and redid that one myself to make sure everything was correct on that. I did rebuild a few of these pages. This is a particular item that I'm very pleased with because, well, it turned out really nice. And a lot of the Grail reproducers will not give you the detail in which it can be done on these if you take a little extra time, like the folding of the box, folds, the cut at the bottom, and these tack seals on it. I print the whole tack seal, tear it in half, and then glue it in place. There are some that do a little more to it by trying to give it a foil lining, which is kind of crazy. It's cool, but I don't think the foil lining would actually survive given how much Henry Jones used this particular book. Not a story diary, even though you're seeing these pages in there like that. Story diaries require copyrighted material. I did not feel comfortable doing that. So that was my take on that. My whole thing was to just do a hero prop as close as I could build at a decent price. Nothing like the Amazon, eBay budget diary for 20-something bucks, which is, well, do a unboxing of somebody where they bought one of those, and let's just say they were not exactly satisfied with what they paid for. And what they got was not even that good. The stuff I've done here is, well, way better than what they produced. And I'm getting close to the end here. I did throw in some fan-made stuff on the 14th signature because at that point you've seen just about everything. And it's a neat little L-shaped thing. Apparently it's supposedly canon. How they figure that out, I don't know. I've looked at some of those pages and, well, apparently I do not have the technology to zoom in, clarify, and make them pop to pull that stuff out. But this is my version of a Grail diary, which I went to great lengths to try to reproduce. I made a few because I thought, well, you know, if I got this information at my disposal, I should make a few extra because of the materials that I bought. Gave me a lot of extra material to work with, and so here they are. And I can basically sell some of these off to people who really want a Grail diary for display and make it at least look cool. Now, for the tour de force, yes, when you purchase what I have here, you get that. I went to great lengths to make sure I could do this for my diary, and that weird sound you hear is a fan that shouldn't be making that noise because it's got a lot of grease on the axle. I can't figure it out. This is a full, at least a 97 to 98% full size rubbing. Obviously the first section of it, because I have not been able to find a second section of it to add to this, but you do get this. This is a real rubbing, not a printer run version that is a wax rubbing. Suitable for framing, and yes, I have had one framed and it looks great. So that is the Grail Diary. Like I said, real leather. It's been stressed and aged down to give it a nice feel and look. And that's the presentation of this build of my Grail Diary. If you've looked at this on YouTube, then I hope you enjoyed it. And if you've looked at it on eBay, I hope you can buy one.